What is up, guys? We are facing Hela on expert mode with Cable, and we are using our I Love Spider-Man Justice deck. So let's go ahead and get everything set up here. So with the main scheme setup, we put Garm into play, and we put this side scheme into play as well. Garm comes in with toughness and 4 hit points. Whenever he's in play, threat cannot be removed from this side scheme right here. With Hinder 1 plus 2, it's going to be 3 threat. The main scheme will start off with 1 threat, and we have Odin attached to the main scheme. As a force interrupt, whenever Hela will be defeated, if Odin is attached to the main scheme, which she is, discard each attachment from Hela, and then flip her over to her wounded side instead, where she has infinite hit points. And then if the scheme is completed, if it hits 18, then we lose the game. Hela gets +1 scheme, +1 attack, and +3 hit points for each side scheme in the victory display. When Hela is defeated, if Odin is not attached to the main scheme, you win the game. So we have to free Odin before we defeat Hela, and she has 9 hit points to start off with. Let's shuffle up the encounter deck. All right, and then let's shuffle up our player deck. And we're going to draw up to our hand size of 6. All right, let's see what we got. So we got our Gray Malkin. We got a double. We got a Plaza Rifle. We got a Mind Scan here as well. I kind of want to actually just keep these cards. We can mulligan 1. Let's save a Wraith in our hand. Let's mulligan the Temporal Leap, discard, and then draw 1 more card. Which is, Nick Fury. Okay. So with our sub ability here, Soldier X, search your deck and discard off for a player's side scheme put into play. So do we want the call for backup now? Because we have Nick and Gray Malkin. We could get our gun. Let's see, Gray Malkin +4 to play Nick. Okay. So let's look through our deck here for player's side scheme. Let's get lock and load. I'm gonna put that side scheme into play. Coming in with 2 threat. Okay, so let's put the 2 threat, and then let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to flip over here to hero form, and then we will use this as a double resource, so we can play Gray Malkin. We can exhaust a Gray Malkin to generate an energy resource. Let's do that. This would be 3 more resources here. So we can play Nick Fury for a total of 4. When he enters play, choose one. Let's pick the one to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Then let's play the Skilled Investigator. This is a 0-cost upgrade. Play under any player's control. As a hero response after his side scheme is defeated, we can exhaust his card to draw 1 card. Cable is going to thwart for 2 from the lock and load and clear out this side scheme. When this side scheme is defeated, it's going to go into the victory display. Hela gets +1 attack, +1 scheme, and +3 hit points for each side scheme in the victory display. So that's going to happen right now. Let's use this to remember that she has +1 to all of her stats and a +3 hit points. So going up from 9 to 12. When lock and load is defeated, search your deck and discard out for a weapon upgrade with a cost of 3 or less, put it into play. So let's get our Plaza Rifle here into play. Then once per phase, when Cable defeats a side scheme like he just did, we can ready him back up. When a side scheme is defeated, we can ready up the Gray Malkin. And then we also exhaust the Skilled Investigator when a side scheme is defeated to draw a card. And this would be a double resource when paying for a yellow card. So we can play Quake. And then let's go ahead and exhaust the Plaza Rifle. It says spend an energy resource, exhaust the Gray Malkin to do that. To do damage to an enemy equal to the amount of side scheme in a victory display. We have 1 here. So 1 damage to Garm to knock off his tough. Then Quake is going to swing for 2. And a Quake will take a consequential damage. Cable swings for 2, knocks Garm out. Whenever he's defeated, he gets removed from the game because he goes into victory display. So we're going to put him over here. And then we can now remove threat from this side scheme. And I think we're just going to actually have Nick swing for 2 at Hela. That'll bring her from 12 down to 10. Nick Fury will take a consequential damage. And that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up here. And then we're going to keep the Telekinetic Blasts, I think, in our hand. And then draw back up to our hands as a 5. Okay, so it is Hela's turn. She's going to add 2 threats to the main scheme because of the acceleration here. So it goes up to 3. she's going to attack us. She has a base of 3 plus a boost card here. Nick Fury is going to block this attack, and the boost is 2. So it's going to be a total of 5 damage. That knocks out Nick Fury. Then Hela will deal us a face down encounter card, which is Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. So this is going to go from 3 up to 7. Okay, and then it's back to our turn. All right. Let's see here. We could Telekinetic Blast, then Telekinetic Force Field. Yeah, okay. Let's use this as 3 resources, so we can play a Telekinetic Blast. Here, action attack, deal 6 damage to an enemy. Do 1 additional damage to that enemy for each side scheme in a victory display. We have 1, so it's going to be 1 plus 6 is 7 damage at Hela. Bring her from 10 down to 3. Okay. And then Cable is going to thwart for 2 from this side scheme here. And then let's Exhausted Gray Malkin to generate a resource. This would be a second resource here, so we can play our Telekinetic Force Field. Hero form only. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage, we can discard this card and prevent all that damage. And then I am tempted to flip. Yeah, let's actually flip down just for the hand size. So we're going to flip down to Alter Ego, and then we're going to end our turn. Let's ready everything back up, and then draw back up to our hand size of 6. Hopefully getting the Professor. Ah, okay, that's okay. We got a Mind Scan. So it is Hela's turn. 2 to the main because of the acceleration, so it goes up to 5. She's scheming with the base of 3 plus a boost card here of 1. So she's scheming for a total of 4. Then we get a face down encounter card, which is a minion here. When it's reviewed, choose either take 1 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Let's put a threat on the main scheme. So we're going to bring it to 5, and this guy has guard as well. All right, and it's back to our turn. Let's see. Anything to do in Alter Ego? There's nothing to do. We could get, yeah, there's nothing to do here. Let's just flip over back to hero form. We have no side schemes here. So I think we just play a Mind Scan. And we could play Jessica Jones. Get rid of them. No, I want the Heroic Intuition actually, so we're not going to Mind Scan anything. Let's go ahead and use 2 resources here so we can play Heroic Intuition. Play under any player's control, we get +1 thwart. So Cable now has 3 thwart. And then let's go ahead and exhaust the Grey Malkin to generate a resource. This would be 2 more resources here for a total of 3, so we can play Jessica Jones. And then Jessica Jones gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play, so she has 2 thwart right now because there's 1 side scheme. And then both Cable and Jessica will both thwart. So we have 3, she has 2, it's going to be 5 threat off of the main scheme. Jessica Jones takes a consequential damage. It's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And we're going to draw back up to her hand size of 5. Oh, I got the coffer back up. Okay, awesome. So it is Hela's turn. She's going to add 2 to the main here. Goes up to 7. She's going to attack us with a base of 3 and a boost. Quake's going to block. The boost is 4, so she's hitting for a total of 7 damage. Knocks out Quake. This guy hits us for 1. We're going to take it, dropping from 12 down to 11. And then we get a face down encounter card, which is frozen. Attach your identity. Attach identity cannot ready. And as an alter ego action, we can spend an energy and physical resource to discard this card. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I think that's fine. Actually, do we want to actually not? I think we want to just flip down again. Okay, let's use the Grey Malkin to generate a resource to play Call for Backup. This player's side scheme will come in with 3 threat. And then we need energy and a physical resource. So these cards here, we have 1 side scheme individual display for the precognition. Okay, Jessica Jones gets +2 thwart now because there's 2 side schemes in play. So she can thwart for 3. Let's take that off of the main scheme. So this goes from 7 down to 4. And then we're going to have Cable thwart for 3 from the main scheme as well. And then we're going to flip down to alter ego. Use this alter ego action, spend an energy and a physical resource. Energy in the water, here's the physical, to discard this card as alter ego action. So we can get rid of it, and now we can ready up again. When I forgot, Jessica should take a consequential damage. Okay, and then I think we want to keep these in our hand. Yeah, let's keep these cards in our hand, and then we're going to end our turn. Let's ready back up and drawing back up to your hand. So 6 again. Just playing it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got the professor and under surveillance. That's really good. So Hela's turn. She's going to add 2 to the main again, going up to 3. She's scheming with a base of 3 and a boost of 2, so she's scheming for 5. The minion here, Jar, schemes for 1. And then we get a face down encounter card, which is a Frost Giant. He comes in with toughness and he has 4 hit points. Okay, and it's back to our turn. Okay, let's use the Gray Malkin to generate an energy resource so we can play the Professor. We can exhaust this card as an alter ego action to draw a card or add a side scheme from our deck or discard pile to our hand. Let's get the superpower train from discard pile to our hand here. Okay, and then we will flip over here to hero form, and we're going to thwart for 3 because we have 3 thwart with the heroic intuition from call for backup. Clearing out the side scheme. It's going to go into the victory display. Hela gets another +1 to all of her stats now because there's 2 side schemes there, plus 3 hit points as well, going from 3 up to 6. And when call for backup is defeated, we search our deck and discard for an ally, put it into play. We get Nick Fury. When Nick Fury enters play, force response, we can choose one. Let's pick the one to draw 3 cards. And then Cable, with his response, can ready up once per phase after defeating a side scheme. Gray Malkin readies up as well. Exhaust the Skilled Investigator to draw a card when a side scheme is defeated. Shoot into arrows. Okay, and then let's see. We want to. I think I should have had Jessica Jones thwart a little bit more. I wanted the Technovirus Purge. Oh, I could have gone that with the Professor. That's what I should have done, Alter Ego. That's okay. Okay, so before Jessica Jones is knocked out, we want to. Do I want to clear one more side scheme here? Superpower Training or the Established Perimeter? I think let's get the Superpower Training here. Okay, let's exhaust the Gray Malkin. Generate a resource to play Superpower Training. And our player's side scheme coming in with 3 threat. Okay, then Cable thwarts for 3 here. Clearing this off. It goes into victory display. Hela gets another +1 to her stats. She has 3 plus 3 everything. So 5 scheme, 5 attack, plus 3 hit points, going from 6 up to 9. Then we can search our deck and discard pile for an identity specific upgrade and put it into play. So let's get our Temporal Leap, and we can put this into play right here. Whenever the main scheme would be complete, remove this card from the game and put a side scheme from a victory display into play and move 4 from the main scheme over to that side scheme. Okay, and then we can write out the Gray Malkin because the side scheme was defeated. KO can only do that once per phase. Okay, so now we got 3 in there for the Plasma Rifle. So Jessica Jones is going to swing for 2, knock off the toughness from the Frost Giant. She'll take a consequential damage. She gets defeated. Okay, grab her. Okay. Then we're going to exhaust a Plasma Rifle. Spend an energy resource to do damage to an enemy equal to the amount of side scheme in the victory display. We have 3, so we're going to hit this guy for 3 and knock him off. Then let's have Nick Fury swing for 2 at the Frost Giant. And then we're going to play Spider-Man Peter Parker here using 1, 2. Let's see. Do we need the mind scan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Let's get rid of our whole hand. So 5 resources right here. So we can play Spider-Man Peter Parker. When he enters, I forgot, Nick should take consequential damage for attacking. Whenever he enters play, remove 3 threat from a side scheme. Let's take 3 off of this side scheme here, bringing it down to 2. And then Peter Parker is going to swing for 2 to knock off the Frost Giant. He'll take a consequential damage. Then let's use 2 resources so we can play arrows. He's going to thwart for 2 from the main scheme, bring this down to 7, and he'll take a damage. All right, and that's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up here. And we're going to draw back up to our hand size of 5. And we decked out. Okay, so we get a face down encounter card. We're going to shuffle up the discard pile here back to the deck. Okay, Hela's turn. Acceleration, so 2 threats to the main goes up to 9. She's hitting us with a base of 5 and a boost. Nick's gonna block. The boost is 2 damage, so 7. Knocks out Nick Fury. Then we get a face down encounter card. And the first one is take 1 indirect damage. Take 1 additional indirect damage for each side scheme in the victory display. That's gonna be 3 plus 1 is 4. Let's put it all on cable. So we drop from 11 down to 7. And then 1 more encounter card. Technovirus Resurgence. Oh, that's perfect. Where was our... Oh, it was in our hand here. That's not good. Okay. So search your deck, discard pile, hand, and victory display for Technovirus Purge. Put it into play and attach this side scheme to it. So I think that's fine. So this will come in here with 5 threat. And only cable can remove that from this side scheme. Okay, so we don't have a mind scan here. But I want to play blindfold. And then, let's see. 3 resources for blindfold. Yeah, okay, so let's use this as 3 resources so we can play blindfold. Whenever she enters play, look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. We can discard 1, put the rest back in any order, or put the rest back in the same order, I mean. Okay, so there's an advance coming up. This would be her boost. So she gets no boost, but +1 attack, and her attacks have piercing. Let's see, we give her... Oof, okay, so she gets this as a boost. That's fine, we can give her piercing. This guy is going to be our encounter card. Shadow pass with the next boost. Encounter card, boost. Okay, that's fine. We're actually just going to put it back in the same order here. Okay, so we know we're safe to flip down now. Let's go ahead and have cable thwart. Actually, no, we can mind scan this next turn. We want to recover a little bit. So let's go ahead and use our plasma rifle exhaust card. Spend energy resource grade Malkin here. Do damage to an enemy equal to the amount of size in the victory display. 3 on Hela. Bring her from 9 back down to 6. Then we will flip down to Alter Ego. Exhaust to recover by 4. Bring us from 7 back up to 11 again. And then exhaust the Professor to draw a card. It's Alter Ego action. And let's attach the chance encounter to a side scheme here. We're going to put it on the Technovirus Purge. Okay. And then Blindfold and Spireman are both going to thwart for 1, 2, 3, 4 from the main scheme. Let's bring this down to 5. And they'll both take consequential damage. That's going to end our turn. Let's ready back up. And then we're going to keep arrows in our hand, drawing back up to our hand size of 6. Okay, so Hela's turn. She's going to add 1, 2 with the acceleration from Technovirus Purge, right? So it's going to be 3 threat added to the main scheme. She schemed with a base of 5 and a boost here of 0, but the boost effect is to attach her sword to her, so she now has +1 attack and piercing. So she's just scheming for 5. Main scheme goes up to 13. And then we get a face on counter card, which is this minion here. His guard, when reviewed, choose either take 1 damage or place 1 threat on the main scheme. Let's just put it there on the main scheme. Okay. And then it's going to end her turn. Okay, so it's back to our turn here. Okay, we're going to exhaust the Professor to draw a card as an Alter Ego action. Then we will flip over here to hero form. And then cable... Let's see, we can try to have a big turn here. If we clear off the Technovirus Purge, that will give us 1 ready. Do I just swing for this minion right now? Arrows can swing for another 1. No, we just leave the minion in play. Who has 1 hit point and 1 attack, so I think that's fine. So we're gonna have Cable Thwart. We have +1 thwart here, so 3 thwart from the main scheme. And then let's use the Grey Malkin to generate a resource. Let's see, second resource here. So we can play a Mind Scan. Hero action thwart, remove 3 threat from a scheme. 1 additional threat from that scheme for each side scheme in the victory display. 3 + 3 is 6, clearing off Technovirus Purge. This will go into the victory display when it's defeated. Hela gets +3 hit points, going from 6 up to 9, and a +1 to all of her stats. Then a couple things will trigger. So this gets defeated. Chance Encounter gets us a ally from discard pile or deck to her hand. So Nick Fury to the hand. Cable defeated that with the Mind Scan, so he can ready up once per phase. Grey Malkin readies up. Skill Investigator to draw a card because the side scan was defeated. And then with Technovirus Purge in the victory display, Cable gets +1 to all of its stats, so he has 3 Thor, 3 attack, and 3 defense now. Okay. Next, I think we're good to clear off this side scheme here. So Blindfold is going to Thor for 2 on this side scheme cleared off. Should take consequence damage, get defeated. When this side scheme is defeated, we reveal Scourge and this next side scheme here. And then deal each other player a face on counter card. There are no other players, so that just gets, oh, this goes into the victory display here. So we have 5 side schemes here. Hela gets another +3 hit points, going up to 12, and she gets +1 to all her stats. This has Hinder 1, +3, so it's going to be 4 threat, and Amplify icon. Scourge comes in with toughness. While he's in play, we can't remove threat from this. Okay, and then Eros is going to swing for 1 to knock off the toughness from Scourge. Eros takes consequential, he gets defeated. Then we want to play Nick Fury, and we're going to use, let's see, 4 resources right here to play him. When he enters play, choose one. Let's pick the one to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This guy doesn't have guard. We want to get rid of Jar. Knock out Scourge. The main scheme is at a decent amount here. I want to play Technovirus Blast too. The main scheme is at 11. If Hela schemes, then we do lose. Okay, so we can't let her scheme, or we have to clear off threat from the main scheme, because if she gets an advance, then we lose. So the advance is the priority, and then, or the mind scan, I mean, is the priority. And I would like to play Technovirus Flash as well. This guy has 3 attack. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Cable is going to swing for 3. That will knock out this minion because he has guard. Then let's use 2 resources here so we can play a Mind Scan. Hero action. Thwart, remove 3 threat from a scheme. Remove 1 additional threat for each side scheme in the victory display. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +3 is going to be 8. Let's bring this from 11 down to 3. Okay. And then this guy doesn't have guard, but his attacks do have piercing, so it doesn't matter. Let's exhaust the Great Malkin to generate a resource. 2 more resources for a total of 3. So we can play Telekinetic Blast. We're going to hit Hela. Do 6 damage to the enemy. 1 additional damage to that enemy for each side scheme in the video display. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +6 is going to be 11 damage. That'll bring her from 12 down to 1 hit point. Okay. And then we still have Nick Fury here. Let's have him swing at Scourge for 2. He will take a consequential damage. And then let's have Peter Parker, Spider-Man. He doesn't need to do anything, actually. Yeah, let's just keep him here. Okay, that's going to end our turn. Let's ready up. And then we're going to draw back up to our hand size of 5. Then we're looking pretty good here. Okay, so let's check our discard pile here. How many more mind scans do we have? 1, 2. Okay, we got 1 more. Okay, so Hela's turn. She's going to add 1 to the main, normal acceleration. She attacks with a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and piercing. So Nick's gonna block 9, 10, 11 damage, knocks out Nick Fury. This guy hits us for 3. Let's just take it. So we drop from 11 down to 8. Face down encounter card, which is a Frost Giant with toughness here. Okay, it's fine, and it's back to our turn. Okay, let's have Exhaustive Plasma Rifle. Great Malk to generate an energy resource. Do 4 damage to enemy. We're going to do 4 to Scourge. Knock him out. When he's defeated, he gets added to victory display. And now we can remove threat from this side scheme here. And then do we have any? We don't have anything. Okay, so Cable's going to thwart. We have 4 thwart with Heroic Intuition and Technovirus Purge. So clearing off this side scheme of 4 threat here. It goes into the victory display. And then deal each other player face encounter cards. So there are no other players. And then we reveal the last minion here. Nidhogg, and the last side scheme here, the Hall of Nastron with Hinder 1 plus 4 is going to be 5 threat. And then this guy comes in with toughness here as well. And then after defeating a side scheme, Hela gets plus 3 hit points, going from 1 up to 4. And she gets another plus 1 to all of her stats. So she has plus 6 everything now. So she has 8 thwart and 8 scheme. Okay. And then Cable readies up once her face after defeating side scheme. Great Malkin readies. Exhausts a Skilled Investigator to draw a card. Okay, we drew into Ascani's Son. So we want to play Wraith here. And then Telekinetic Blast, Nidhogg. I think that's the play. Yeah, and we have Telekinetic Force. Okay, so this would be 3 resource when paying for a yellow card because the Power of Justice is a double. So we can play Wraith. Then let's go ahead. Let's see, do we need to have Wraith do anything actually? No, yeah, he needs to. Let's see, Wraith attacks. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, Wraith is going to act. Yeah, okay, Wraith's going to swing for 3 just to knock off this guy's toughness. And then Wraith will take 2 consequential damage. Then we're going to use the Grey Malkin to generate an energy resource. This would be 2 more resources here for a total of 3. So we can play Telekinetic Blast. Do 6 damage to enemy, 1 additional damage to that enemy for each side scheme in the victory display. So it's like 6 plus 6 is going to be 12 to knock out Nidhogg here. He gets added to victory display when he's defeated, and that will resolve the Telekinetic Blast. Are we going to deck out? Oh, we are going to deck out. That's not great. And we get extra encounter card right here as well. Do we need to defeat that side scheme is the question. Let's see, when it's defeated, oh, we get Odin. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's have Cable, Thwart for 4. That'll bring us down to 1. We already use this ready. Spider-Man Peter Parker's going to thwart for 2 to clear off the Hall of Nastron. Spider-Man takes a consequential damage. He has 1 hit point left and 3 total damage. And then when this side scheme is defeated, the first player detaches Odin from the main scheme and takes control of him. Deal each player a face-down encounter card. And this goes into the victory display. So Hela gets another plus 3 health, going up to 7. And then she gets plus 1 to all her stats. She has plus 7 everything. So 9 scheme, 9 attack. The main scheme's here at 4. And then we have Odin here. So he does not count towards our ally limit, and he has 6 hit points. So we need to have him attack, or we can have him thwart. And I think we'll just have him thwart. Yeah, let's just have him thwart for 2 from the main. Bring this down to there. And then he'll take 2 consequential damage for thwarting. And we have the temporal leap and the telekinetic forces, so we should be okay. That's going to end our turn. We have 3 encounter cards though. So we're going to ready back up. If Odin leaves play, the players lose the game. Okay, so we're drawing back up to our hand size of 5. And then we deck out. So we get another face-down encounter card. We'll shuffle up our discard pile here. Back into the deck. All right, so hopefully this is Hela's last turn. So she is going to add one threat to the main scheme. It goes up to 3. She's attacking us with a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, plus a boost. Wraith is going to block this. And the boost is 2. So she does 12 damage, knocks out Wraith. He gets defeated. Am I doing this? Yeah, okay. And then this guy's going to hit us for 3. Let's take it. So we drop from 8 down to 5. Then Hela's going to deal us 1 face down encounter card. So we have 3 encounter cards here. First one is an advance. Okay, I think we're okay. So she's scheming with the base of, I think 9. She's scheming with whatever plus a boost card of 1. So let's make sure we got this right. So 1, 2, 3. So 9 plus 1. So she's scheming for a total of 10. So that's going to make this go up to 13. Okay, I think we're fine. Next encounter card, an assault. So she's going to attack us here. Let's take it to the face. So this would be the boost card of 1. So let's see, 1, 2 plus, it's 10 plus, well, that's 11 damage. We're going to use our telekinetic force field. When a friendly character would take any amount of damage, discard this card and prevent all that damage. So we take no damage. Last encounter card, the Waste of Niflheim. Take 1 indirect damage, take 1 additional indirect damage for each side scheme in the victory display. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and plus 1 is 8. So we got to take 8 indirect damage. So we're going to put 3 on Odin. We're going to put 3 on Odin, 1 on Peter Parker's Spider-Man, so he gets defeated, and then 4 on us. So that'll bring us from 5 down to 1. So we just barely pulled out there. And Peter Parker died, unfortunately. Okay. So yeah, we don't need anything else in our hand. So it's back to our turn. This guy does not have guard. So we're going to exhaust the plasma rifle, bring Malkin as energy resource to do damage to enemy equal to the amount of side scheme in the victory display. The cap is 4, so 4 damage to Hela. Bring her from 7 down to 3. Cable has +1 attack with the Technovirus Purge, so we're going to swing for 3 at Hela, and that will bring her down to 0. And that was a really close game, but that is Hela on expert mode.